Good morning. I was asked to provide a recipe for my macarons. By no means am I experienced. I've just started baking probably a month to two ago. So my macarons are not perfect. I still have hollows in my shells just at the top, but I noticed that it's not a big deal. Anyways, my oven is preheating to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. What I have here is almond flour, 140 grams. Then I have powdered sugar, 125 grams. I have 3 egg whites. They measure at about 109. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna remove anything. Let's see how that works out. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fine. Then I have regular sugar. Here, 105 grams. By the way, I'm using the recipe from Everything Marina. This is how I learned from YouTube, and these work out nicely. What I started doing, I will blend my granulated sugar on my blender a little bit so it dissolves faster. My egg whites are at room temperature. I buy my almond flour at, this batch is from Bulk Barn. I found the Costco almond flour was a little bit greasier. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna zoom you in closer, and then we're just gonna sift those two. Oh, actually, these are gonna be vanilla. And so I will use a vanilla bean. Again from Costco. I need a bigger bowl. And I will discard the rest. So here we go. It's sifted. I should have started with egg whites, but this is my first video and I'm not too organized yet. Let's blend the sugar just a little bit. This should be fine. I don't even know if it does make any difference, but I had a hard time for my sugar to dissolve in egg whites when I did a meringue, and so I decided why not try this. It works fine. And for a mixer, I'm using KitchenAid Professional 6000 HD. So we're just gonna get our egg whites in there, and I'm gonna start mixing on setting 6. Once the egg whites become frothy, I'll start adding my sugar, just a tiny bit at a time. Let it fully dissolve. Once all the sugar is in, I just go in with my spatula and scrape the sides to make sure it's all incorporated. I will also add my vanilla bean at this stage. So let's just do that too. Now I'm gonna whip on 6 until a very stiff meringue. It needs to be this stiff and have a little bit of resistance. See how stiff that is? This is what needs to happen. Now I'll add my dry ingredients to the meringue. And I'll mix it with my KitchenAid mixer with this paddle attachment on very low until incorporated. Now that it's incorporated, I will continue with my hand. I'd rather slightly undermix than overmix. I have prepared everything. I have a tall container. To pipe the macarons, I use the Wilton 1A tip. my mats, I have these from Amazon. I will have all the links in my description box. I got some mats from Temu and then I had to throw them out because they did not perform at all. And I found these were good. I ordered, I have 4 of them. I ordered 1 more pack. They come in a set of 2. And my baking tray I have from Costco. It was very inexpensive, $7 or something I paid for it. I have this little scraper that's very handy. The dough is a little bit more liquid today than it usually is. I take a towel and then tap the tray on the towel a couple of times. I have a tiny trick for the tails that still stick out. I wet my finger a little bit and then tap it in. It needs to be not wet, it needs to be slightly damp. Just like that. This one came out a little bit too much. The shape is fine. And then I take a toothpick and just go into those bubbles that just popped. I will let them sit for probably 15 minutes. Usually they dry pretty fast because it's usually dry where I live, but we've had a shit ton of rain coming down for the last 2 days. So it's a little bit more humid than usually. So I'll just let these sit for 15 to 20 minutes. Maybe it'll take a little bit longer today, I'm not sure. But yeah, just let them rest, and once they're dry to the touch, I'll put them into the oven. It's been probably 20 minutes. They're dry to the touch, and I'm gonna put them in the oven now. My oven has been preheating for over an hour now. I heard that it helps with the temperature stabilization, so I've been doing that. Yeah, these go into the oven for I usually do 16 minutes now. I've tried 14, 15, 16 seems to work. Yes, let's see how they come out. They came out beautifully. They have nice skirts. The only thing is, it should have been 15 minutes instead of 16. They are a little bit, I kind of rely too much on the time that I always used, but because these are white, I think, that could be the culprit. They are a little bit more brown at the bottom. These are even a little bit yellow. This row is a little bit more yellow than the rest. But other than that, they look really nice. Yeah, the bottom is a little bit brown too. That's fine, they're still delicious. Next time, maybe try 15. My oven is not convection. My oven is the simplest, cheapest thing ever. And sorry for the noise, I have my dishwasher on. There was a lot of dishes that needed to be done. So yeah, this is how they turned out. I will let them cool completely on the counter, and I will fill them tomorrow. I did not prepare my filling yet. You can fill them with whatever filling you would like. I will make a London fog filling tomorrow. For today, I'll just have these cooled and then stored. Yeah, this was the basic French macaron. Next, I will do basic French macarons with the cream of tartar, and then I will also film a Swiss macaron, Italian meringue macaron. So if you want to follow along and maybe learn something, but like I said, I'm not a professional. See, they turned out nicely, but they're a little bit brown. So yeah, if you want to learn more or see, we're just curious about more methods, just follow along and hopefully you learn something interesting. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.